Welcome and welcome back, fellow mystics, to my channel, Diaries of a Lunar Soul. So in this reading, we're going to check in with your higher self, your soul, to find out what messages you need to hear right now, as well as what practical step you need to take to feel more grounded here on earth. And it's good to check in with your soul because your soul holds the blueprint of how you can lead a more successful and happy life here on earth, because we're inherently spirits, right? We're spirits experiencing a human existence. So the blueprint of how you can be able to experience earth more fully and happily and in a more exciting way, the blueprint is contained within your soul. So if you make a habit of constantly checking in or consistently checking in with your soul, then it makes you feel more grounded here on earth, okay? So that's what this reading is meant for, to tap into your soul and find out what your soul wants you to know right now on your journey here on earth. And as usual, before you head on over to the main reading, there's an energy check where I ask Spirit to describe you and your current energy. And if that part of the reading resonates, then it means the messages that are going to come through in the main reading are for you. So the timestamps are in the description below. So just first start with the energy check, okay? Before you move on to the main reading. Okay, with that said, let's begin. Okay, so let's do a quick energy reading and check whether the messages in this that come through in the main reading are meant for you. And that means if this energy reading here resonates with you, then it means you can head on over to the main reading and yeah, get the messages there. But if the messages here don't make sense or don't resonate with you, then I would suggest you don't move on to the main reading, because if you stumble upon information that is not meant for you, it may be a negative trigger and just cause you to maybe become discouraged or angry. So don't force yourself. If the messages here don't make sense, just go back to my playlist. I'm sure you'll get something there that makes sense for you. If not, you can come back later and maybe this same reading will resonate, okay? Bottom line, don't force yourself to make the messages that come through here make sense. Okay, so just before I started meditating on this reading, for some reason I felt so anxious, nervous, and I'm sort of curious to find out what messages are going to come through here, because is it just me being anxious and nervous? Because after all, there's a full moon today, right? Yeah, at around like mid-noon where I am. So maybe it's just me projecting my own energies onto the reading, or maybe I'm picking up the energies of the collective. And if that's the case, then I'm very curious to know what Spirit has to say about the energies that I'm picking up, the anxiety, the nervousness. I'm sort of like on the edge, you know, like it's like I'm waiting for something, but I don't know what I'm waiting for. So just on the edge, being on the edge, that's the energy I'm picking up, or rather that's the energy I'm also feeling. So let's see what Spirit has to say about your strengths and weaknesses and how that relates to the energies I'm picking up. By the way, speaking of me possibly projecting my own energies onto the reading, my guides sort of want me to discuss this issue of psychic healers or psychic readers projecting their own energies onto the reading. And it's because there's this common belief that as a psychic healer, you're supposed to remain objective and not become subjective. You're not supposed to project your own energies onto the reading. But my opinion and what my guides have told me is, as long as you're doing a collective reading, a general reading like this one here, it's impossible for you as a psychic healer or psychic reader to not be subjective, because you're part of the collective. So whatever energies come through here are also affecting you. So that that notion of you should not project your own energies onto a reading does not apply for collective energies. Of course, when you're doing those personal readings, private readings, yes, there is some level of objectivity. And even for me, from my own experience, when I'm doing personal readings for people, I always separate my own energies from the person I'm doing the reading for, because you want to be objective. And yes, there are times when the messages that have come through in the personal readings, I have no connection to them. Like this, it's an experience that I cannot resonate with, and that's because I'm objective. I'm reading for that particular person. But usually I find that when I'm doing energy readings for the collective, I resonate so much with some of the messages that come through, and I'm like, Spirit, wait, are you talking about me or are you talking about the collective? And that's because I am part of the collective. I'm experiencing the same energies as you guys, the person listening to this reading, okay? So from my opinion and the way my guides have said, that whole thing of fearing to project your energies onto a reading, it's never that serious, guys. After all, live according to your soul. Don't let your role of being a psychic healer separate you from the crowd, okay? You're part of the crowd. You're part of the soul family that you're doing the readings for. So showing your vulnerability, showing that even you're going through whatever it is that you're talking about, makes the people who are listening to you more connected to you, because they can relate with your own experience and they know you can relate with their experience. And this is especially useful. Okay, this is especially for the psychic readers who are starseeds, because a starseed has a double mission, which is to raise their own vibration and then also raise the vibration of the people that they're supposed to lead, yeah, quotes lead. And sometimes the way you raise the vibration of other people is by first going through that experience that you want to teach people. So what do I mean here? For example, I'm a Sagittarius, so most of the things I know about life, or just the knowledge I have, has mostly come from me putting my hand in the fire, like learning from experience. And because I've learned from experience, when I'm talking to people who are going through the same experience, it's way easier for me to relate with them, because I can go like, yeah, I've been there, done that, I sort of know what you're going through. Of course, the details of how everything goes is different for each person, but the underlying foundation and experience is the same. So when your clients or your listeners can relate with you and you can relate with them, it makes more sense, yeah? And they feel more connected, okay? So don't be scared to be vulnerable. Be authentic in your readings. If whatever it is that is coming through is also affecting you, that's okay, all right? Just be authentic, be the real you. And so what if you're projecting? So what? The people who resonate with that message that came from you projecting, then if they resonate with that message, that's all that matters, right? It doesn't matter whether you are also going through that. As long as they relate to that message that came through, that's all that matters, okay? So don't take your role as a psychic healer so seriously to the point where it separates you from the collective, okay? Sometimes it's okay to be subjective, right? Just be vulnerable, be you, be authentic, and the soul family, the people who resonate with that authentic you, will follow you and will listen to you, okay? That's all that matters. Everything else, put on the side, okay? Yeah, so I think I just needed to get that out. And is there anything else I want to say about that? Nope, just be the authentic you. So I'm so curious to see what messages come through here and see whether maybe Spirit wants to continue that conversation. But for some reason, I really felt anxious and nervous just before I did this reading. So with that said, with that long rant about being authentic and just not being afraid to be subjective in your readings, let's begin. So let's start with, what are your current strengths? And then we shall also look at your weaknesses. Okay. Spirit, what are the strengths of the person who this message is meant for? Spirit, please give me strengths of the person this reading is meant for. The garden and the gate. Okay, these are your strengths. And weakness. Spirit, please give me weakness. That card has been coming up a lot in my readings. Interesting. What are the weaknesses? Let's pick this one. Goddess of the moon. Some of you are not listening to intuition. Yeah, I love this card. This is my favorite card in this deck. Cool. Okay, so those are strengths, weaknesses. Let's get more cards. Spirit, what are the, give me a clarifier for the strengths of the person this soul message reading is meant for. Peace. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. Interesting. Again, this card has been coming up in a lot of my readings. So there's a lot of repetitive energies this week. That's just Spirit's way of emphasizing a certain message. Give me a clarifier for the weaknesses. Guys, I'm still feeling nervous and anxious. Are some of you waiting for like some news to come through, and that's why you're on the edge? It's interesting. We shall see. Okay. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth, and that's the weaknesses. So some of you are feeling guilty about something you did or that happened to you. Okay. Finally, let's get archetype cards. Spirit still give me the strengths. Okay, companion. Interesting. When I was meditating on these cards, because I usually meditate before, I saw this card pop up and I just laughed and I was like, interesting. And sort of this loss of personal identity makes sense with what I've just said about losing your identity to being a psychic healer and psychic reader and forgetting to connect with your soul family, your companions, comrades. Anyway, so that's your strength. Let's see, final archetype for their... Okay, this one really wants to come up. Fool. Taking a risk. All right. So, let me just pick up these energies. Let me read the energies first and see what I'm getting. Okay, so for your strengths, the message with this, the garden and the gate, see this girl is sort of like looking out into the world, into the field, and she has the key so she can open the gate anytime she wants. It's not like she's locked in, yeah? She can walk out anytime because the key is just right around her neck. So and it's paired with this companion, the message I'm getting here is some of you are introverts, yeah, but you're introverts in the sense that you know how to protect, you know how to set up healthy boundaries such that people, companions, people around you don't drain your energy. You're very good at setting healthy boundaries. You're very good at telling people, nope, it's my time to focus on myself. I don't have, for now, I'm too drained to focus on you. I need to first take care of myself, take care of my inner garden, because you see there's a garden as well inside here, before I can go out into the world and transform people. That's why there's the butterfly there. So the message coming through here is Spirit wants to say that you guys, they're so happy that you guys know when to retreat from the world, because maybe you're so drained. And that's a gift, because it's very hard to set boundaries, especially with friends and people you love, right? It's very hard to tell people no, because you feel guilty with this card here. But for you, you're very good at knowing how to tell people, wait guys, nope, it's my time to take care of myself, because if I don't take care of myself, I will not be able to give you my 100%, my loyalty, my tenacity, my unselfishness, right? Like, you know that the only way for you to give people your 100% is if you take care of yourself. And that's why the introvert thing was coming up here. You're very self-aware with this, the garden and the gate. You're very self-aware, and that's a gift you have. And not many people have this gift. Not many people know when it's time to take care of themselves and when it's time to go out into the world and mingle with people. But you're very good at ensuring that you have you block out all negative energy, so that you can become that being of love that people need you to be able to transform them and make them better people. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Very good at setting healthy boundaries. You're very good at telling people no, but not no in a bad way. You tell them no in a very loving way. That's why this peace card is there. Your no is a kind no, which is very hard to, it's not an easy skill to learn. People can feel hurt when you tell them no, because maybe they do need your help at that time. But sometimes even if someone needs your help, no matter how much they need your help, if you feel drained, there's no way you will be able to go out and give them the help they need 100% of yourself if you yourself, you're not feeling good, right? And that is something you're very good at. And because you do that, it doesn't take you so long to replenish your energy and then go out into the world and help people. You're very good at that, better than the people around you. That's what Spirit is saying. Right. But for your weaknesses, you got the Goddess of the Moon and the Fool. This Goddess of the Moon is all about intuition. The moon, okay? The moon cycles. The moon is your intuition, your emotions. And then the Fool here, because this is in the weaknesses, the shadow aspects of the moon says using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of emotional truth. Okay, so now I get why Spirit sort of wanted me to talk about the whole projection at the beginning of this energy reading. So the message coming through here is some of you have been exactly what I said. So some of you have been holding back being your authentic self, your intuition, connected to the energy, connected to the cosmos, right? Because you sort of felt that if you are authentic with yourself and admit that sometimes the messages that come through in your psychic readings resonate with you so much, yeah? Denial of emotional truth. You are feeling sort of guilty that if you do so, it's like you're betraying the collective. It's like you're just complaining about yourself. What word am I looking for, Spirit? yeah, you sort of feel like you're not giving yourself to the people because you're also talking about yourself. Does that make sense? You've been holding back showing people your authentic self because you were feeling guilty that if you do so, then you're not being of service to others. You felt like, this reading is just about me. Am I really giving myself to people? Because I feel like this reading is so much about me. So does that mean I'm not even connecting with the collective? That's your weakness. You've been separating your emotions from that of the people that you've been reading for. I don't know, for some reason why lately Spirit just wants me to talk about messages relating to light workers, people who are already on their spiritual path or have already started doing their psychic healings for other people. This is a reading for light workers, and I also have another reading where I did for light workers. So it's interesting that consecutively I've done 2 readings that are now talking about the light workers. Anyway, side note, let me get back to the point. The weakness is Spirit wants you to see that you holding back, you not showing your true emotions. Yeah, see this mask? Full denial of emotional truth. You're not showing people fearlessly, because that's the light attribute. Fearlessly revealing emotions. You not doing that. You feeling guilty that if you let your energy seep into your readings, will mean that your readings are less than or not valuable, is a weakness, because it's been keeping your heart sort of closed. The guilt has been keeping your heart closed. I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth, right? They've been limiting your soul growth. You've not been expanding as fast as you should because you've not been your authentic self. And that's the weakness that's coming through here. So if for you guys, I hope you're true enough to yourself for this message here to resonate. And for some reason I'm sensing that the messages coming through here are from your shadow self. With this moon card here, the messages coming through here are from your shadow self. So if whatever it is that I'm talking about here does not resonate, don't worry. It's because the message is in your unconscious mind, that part of you that you've suppressed, and you don't know that you sort of suppressed it. So any message that comes from it, you're like, that's not me. But really it is you. It's just that it's in your shadow aspect. You don't see it unless someone else shows it to you. Yeah, with the moon. So yeah, that's what Spirit is saying. That's your weakness. You've not been your authentic self, and now Spirit is bringing this to the surface so that you can now start being authentic with yourself and with other people. Just don't be scared to be vulnerable, okay? Don't be scared to be subjective in your readings. And yes, there's a level of objectivity you need to bring to your readings, and the way you can become objective in your readings but at the same time still be subjective and be vulnerable and be willing to tell people that you're also going through the same thing is you can be objective by once you've said you've given the messages that need to come through in the reading. Don't force people to accept what you've said. Yeah, don't force people to accept what you've said. They have free will, so they can choose to listen to you and not listen to you, which is what I said. Yeah, if whatever message that's coming through and it's a projection of your own energies, it doesn't matter, because people have free will, so they can choose to listen to that message or not. That's how you become objective. That's how objectivity comes into the readings. People have free will, so no more feeling guilty that sometimes the messages that you read in your readings resonate with you so much. Okay, be open, show your vulnerability. Sometimes give people experiences of what you've gone through so that they can relate even better with your own readings. And for me, okay, of course as well, it also took a while for me to be open with with people who listen to me or the people I do readings for. But I realized the more I'm open, the more I share my own experiences, the more they can relate with it. And that's why I called this channel Diaries of a Lunar Soul. Diaries in the sense that some of the things that I talk about, I've personally gone through them, and then now I'm just now sharing it with the world. It's like my diary to the world, okay? So that's how I forced myself to become vulnerable to the world. I sort of started sharing my own diary with the world, but at the same time still maintaining a level of objectivity such that people can also learn from my own experiences, okay? So, recap. You're very good at setting healthy boundaries, yeah? Knowing when to retreat from the world so that you can take care of your own energy and tell people no, because it's my time to schedule myself in, to pamper myself, to find peace within myself. And it's only when I'm able to find peace within myself first and feel strong enough, that is when I can go out to the world and help people. You're very good at setting healthy boundaries. That's something Spirit wants to acknowledge about you. But they're also saying sometimes you put up too many walls, those boundaries. This gate sometimes is too high up. See this gate here? Yeah, so right now it's low. Yeah, but sometimes in your weaknesses, you put the gate too high up such that people can't see your true emotions, you know, with this goddess of the moon. Guys, always banging doors. Anyway, yeah, so sometimes your weakness is you put the walls too high such that you block people from seeing your vulnerability, seeing your true emotions. And that's a weakness because it has prevented you feeling guilty that you're not being authentic, has prevented you, feeling guilty because sometimes you resonate so much with your readings, and so you feel like that reading is not even meant for the collective, it's just meant for me, has been keeping you small, has been preventing you from growing as fast as you should, because Spirit wants you to be vulnerable, wants you to be open, fearlessly revealing emotions. And that's how you'll connect with your soul family, okay? That's how they'll feel like you know what they're going through. They'll be more willing to listen to you when they know they can connect with you and you understand what they're going through, okay? So yeah, that's your energy. If this reading here resonates, then head on over to the main reading. But remember guys, even if it doesn't resonate, this is a message from your shadow self. So it means, Spirit, this is something inside of you that you have no idea is going on, but you need to address it because it's a part of you. So integrate it, okay? So even if this part here does not resonate, I would say just head on over as well and listen to the messages coming through in the main reading. I'm sure you'll get more messages there, okay? Right, so see you over in the main reading. Okay, so if you've gotten to this point, then it means the energy reading sort of resonated with you, and I'm so happy, I'm glad that you decided to continue on to this main reading. And yeah, so let's see what messages your soul has for you, and we'll see whether the reading here, or rather the messages that come through here, connect with what we found out in the energy reading. And in the energy reading, we saw that you're very good at setting healthy boundaries between you and people, so that you make sure that negative energy does not enter your auric field, or that you don't feel too drained helping other people. You're very good at setting healthy boundaries. But the weakness is sometimes you set your healthy boundaries are too high up. You build your walls too high up such that people can't come in and connect with you emotionally. You sort of block off your emotions from other people, and sometimes people don't feel connected to you because you don't share your own experiences with them, okay? So as much as you're very good at setting healthy boundaries, sometimes Spirit is saying those healthy boundaries are too high up. You can bring the wall just a little bit down, yeah, so that you're able to connect with people around you and make people feel more okay talking to you about stuff, because they know you understand what they're going through, because you've also gone through the same thing, and they know you've gone through the same thing because you've described, or rather you've let them know that you've gone through the same thing. Right, I'm now ranting. Okay, so let's see, let's get the energy, the theme. What is the theme of this reading? And here we're checking. Okay, so we're checking what messages you need to know right now from your soul. And we saw in the energy reading, the messages coming through here are likely from your shadow self. So that's interesting. And we're going to check, so what you need to hear right now, and then a practical step that you need to take in regard to the messages that come through. I'm so all over the place. Okay. Oh my goodness, guys. This is, I think, the third time this card has come up this week in my readings. Bloodstone. Get up and get moving. So the message coming through here, and I feel like I've been saying the same thing over and over again. So this is just stop procrastinating. Take action. Is there something in your life that you feel you're not ready to do it, like the time is not right? Well, this card is saying the time is right. Now is the time to do that thing that you've been putting off. Do it now. Get up and get moving, okay? Seize that opportunity. So that's the message. Oh my God. I think I'll get another card just to see whether a different message comes through, because this card has been coming up in all my readings this week. So let's see what messages. Let's take this. Protect your energy. Black tourmaline. What we just talked about in the energy reading, right? So interesting. Protect your energy. So what I'm getting here is, now I'm getting two messages, which is interesting. Now that I've removed both these cards, I'm getting two energies. With a black tourmaline, which is protect your energy, the other message I'm getting here is, some of you have been too stagnant, like you've been inactive, and your chakra system sort of wants to get a boost of energy. Like you need to get out, get moving, get dancing or something. Move your body, physical body. This is the thing, to move your energies, protect your energy. Sometimes protection means taking care of your energy, healing your energy. So the other message coming through is, some of you, there's some chakra centers and your meridians, the energy is not flowing as swift as it should, and your guides are saying to be able to move that energy and strengthen. This means strengthen your auric field. Your aura, your auric field is what protects you from negative energies and brings peace to you. Yeah. So the way you can strengthen your auric field, right now your auric field is weakened. With this card here, it's weakened. But the way you can strengthen it is by getting up and get moving, dance, go out, move about, move your body in some way. Because when you move, you open up the chakras, okay? Whatever kind of movement, just do it. Go do a walking meditation or something. Whatever it is, you need to get moving so that your chakras can open up and the energy flows better. And when your chakras are open, if for some of you, you've been procrastinating, like the message I said earlier, if you've been procrastinating doing something, it's because your chakra system is blocked. Your creativity is blocked. You're not feeling the energy or passion to do something because your chakra system is blocked. The energy within your body, within your meridians, is not flowing as swift as it should, and that's why you're feeling stuck. So the message here is, do something, do some physical activity to get to re-energize your aura and your chakra system, okay? And when you do that, you won't feel so stuck. Okay, so that's the message, that's the theme, to move our energy chakras. Okay, So let's see. Let's get some messages from tarot. Okay. Knight of Wands. Music. She's drumming, right? Music. Dance. That's the... So spirit is being very direct here. The message is dance, and stop caring about how you're going to be dancing, whether you're dancing correctly, whether you're dancing to the tune. Just dance. That's the message with this Knight of Wands with the drum. A very direct spirit. Let's get another clarifier. Let's get this. Seven of Wands. Protecting your energy again. What I just talked about, the auric field. Interesting. Yeah? Protect your energy. Okay, to strengthen your aura. Today's reading is very clear. Okay. Let's see what practical step you need to take, but I guess I've already said even the practical step, which is to dance. But let's just see what more messages come through. Let's take this one. Nine of Swords. Guys, here's the anxiety that I was feeling. Here's the nervousness, the worry that I talked about in the energy reading. Here it is. She's worried. Nine of Swords. Okay, so I wasn't feeling my own things. I was feeling the energy of the collective as well. We are worried. We are anxious. Some of you might be having nightmares. Three of Cups in reverse. Some of you, there's some friendships you've had to let go. Yeah? Because maybe they're draining your energy. That's interesting. Right. Okay, so I've already even talked about what is coming up in this reading already. But anyway, let me see if I can get more messages. So let me just tune into your energy. Okay, so aside from you needing to dance with this Knight of Wands, and with this Knight of Wands, aside from you guys needing to dance, which is the message that came through very clearly with this get up and get moving, with this Seven of Wands, your soul is saying you're doing too many things at once. You're doing too many things at once, and you need to pick one thing and just run with it. Pick one thing, do one thing, and focus on that one thing. Okay? Because see here, this Seven of Wands, right? I'm sort of seeing this like all the tasks that you need to do. So some of you are so worried with this Nine of Swords here. You're so worried that you have so many things to do on your plate, right? So many duties, tasks, assignments to finish, that it's making you lose. You're not having fun because you're stressed out. So the message coming through here is, yes, all these things are important and you need to take care of them, but in order to use your energy more productively, to protect your energy from being drained, you need to pick only one thing. See, of all these ones, there's only one that has gone through, right? Only one has gone through. Only one is able to enter her auric field. And I can't help but notice the one that has entered her auric field is the is it brown? Is the orange one, right? Interesting. It's orange, and for me, orange means creativity. This one, creativity. Yellow is your solar plexus. This is blue. This is the throat chakra, heart chakra, crown chakra. No, third eye chakra, crown chakra. And yeah, that's again a mixture, healing, right? So this orange one is the one that has gone through. And with paired here with this Knight of Wands, the message coming through is you have so many things to do, but for now, your soul really just needs you to play. Focus on what ignites your creativity, okay? Pick that one thing that will make you feel creative, okay? Passionate. Are you seeing how she's happy? All this, exactly, with all this orange around her, right? Some of you need to work on your sacral chakra so that you can stop procrastinating and yeah, so what I said earlier, that there's some chakra centers that are blocked. For you, the chakra center blocked is your sacral chakra. And that's because you're not having fun. You're not letting yourself have fun. Get up and get moving, okay? All those tasks that you need to do, for now, even if it's just for one day, forget about them, okay? With this Nine of Swords, forget about those duties that you have, those earthly duties, and just for now, focus on your creativity. Focus on something that brings out that passion inside you, that fun side. Your child, your inner child wants to play, and that's why you've been procrastinating. So thing is, when the inner child is not given time to play, it makes you procrastinate at the worst time. When you really need to hand in that assignment, that's when your inner child decides, nope, today I'm gonna play, even if tomorrow I need to hand in this assignment. When your inner child needs to play and you've ignored it for so long, that's when it'll come up at the worst time. So yeah, Spirit is saying, yep, you have deadlines, you have tasks, but you know what? The reason you feel stuck and you can't move on is because your inner child wants you to play first. When you play, even if it's just for one day, then your inner child will help you open up your chakras. Our inner child controls so much it controls so much of what is going on in our lives, and we don't know. It's just that we're not aware of it, yeah? So for now, it's forcing you to play. That's why you're stuck. You're feeling like you don't have energy to do anything, your tasks, your duties, because your inner child wants you first to schedule in play, okay? So do something fun. That's the message. Just pick that one thing and run with it. And whatever it is that you pick, make sure it's something that makes you laugh and dance and move, right? With this, get up and get moving, okay? That's the message. When you do that, your creativity, you'll find that you'll feel more energized to go back and work on your work duties, assignments, schoolwork, okay? Just get up and get moving to protect your energy, to make your chakras open up, okay? Your creativity. And for some of you, listen, try and do sacral chakra meditation. It'll get your creativity flowing and open up that chakra, because that chakra is blocked at the moment. Okay, so then let's see what practical step you need to take to make sure you protect your energy and get up and get moving and focus on your creativity and your passion. What do you need to do? Okay, so this is exactly the same message I've just said. Because when Three of Cups is like this, are you saying she's having fun with friends, with people and stuff? So, but here she's alone, right? She's all alone. But she can't see that this spirit is with her. You see this white one? All of them are black, but this is a white one. For me, this means spirit. She's so stressed out. She's all alone. She's secluded herself. So some of you, you've been too much in your hermit mode, and spirit is saying, get out. That's why, get up and get moving, okay? Connect with your friends. Some of you have neglected talking to your friends. Well, the message here is, if you want to reignite your passion, it's time to spend some time with your friends, okay? Stop secluding yourself. There's so much you can learn from other people at this moment in time. And you can even ask your friends for help if you need help with whatever this creative project that you're working on, okay? You're not alone. Spirit is always with you, okay? And as much as Spirit is always with you, you're also being called to reach out to a friend. Find that one friend or two friends, yeah, within your circle that can really ignite your passion, you know? Like those friends who give you the best pep talks and encouragement to keep going. Because for some of you, I feel like you're feeling so hopeless with this Nine of Swords that assignment or thing that you're procrastinating, or that deadline you're not working on, you're feeling so hopeless. You feel like a failure of some sort. Yeah, it's really taking a toll on your mental health. And Spirit is saying it's because you're also secluding yourself. Just find those friends that give you that pep talk. You can do this. Courage. Keep going. Okay? So after you listen to this, talk to that one or two friends, the closest friends, or even family members. This can also mean family members. And just talk your feelings, yeah? Remember in the energy reading we said sometimes you put up such high emotional walls that people don't even know what you're going through. And so they cannot relate to you. So the message here is talk to people. Tell people how you're feeling. You're feeling stressed. I'm so stressed. Tell them. You might be surprised that they'll have such good advice for you and give you good pep talks, okay? That's the message. That's the practical step. Once you watch this reading, as soon as it ends, call that friend, text that friend, and tell them how stressed you're feeling, how stuck you're feeling. And possibly you can even tell them, let's go out, let's go and have fun and dance, yeah, with this Knight of Wands. Maybe you need a night out to just dance, okay, guys? Go out, get up and get moving. That's how you'll be able to re-energize your aura, okay? That's a simple message for this week. Interesting. Cool. So let's get final guidance from your guides. And today there's a full moon, so I'll use the Moonology deck. Let's see, final guidance for these guys. Guys, I didn't do a recap, but anyway, it's okay. You can always rewind and watch again, right? Final message. So I guess even me, I need to go out after this reading, right? I need to get out of town. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. So the message coming through here is you're undergoing some sort of transformation, okay? And because of that, that's why you're also feeling some sort of anxiety. These are changing, yeah? You're undergoing a transformation, a deep transformation is taking place inside of you. And because of that transformation, change is never ever, change is very messy. When you're moving from one stage to the next, it's very messy. And I usually say, take the example of how a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. That process is really, really painful sometimes and uncomfortable. So your guides are saying right now you may be feeling anxious, anxiety, you may be feeling nervous, on the edge. So that feeling of on the edge that I was feeling, your guides are saying it's because you're undergoing some deep internal transformation. So just ride the wave, okay? And the way you ride the wave is when you feel that anxiety coming up, put on some music and just dance, okay? When you do that, when you get up and get moving, it will help that transformation flow more easily, okay? It will make it less nerve-wracking, right? So you're just going through a transformation. If you're feeling anxious, don't read too much into it. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just going through, your soul is undergoing a transformation, and the way you ease that process is by you moving your physical body in some way, okay? And talking to a friend or a family member and just telling them what you're going through. Just share a heart-to-heart conversation with someone close to you, okay? And you'll feel much better. And I feel like getting one more from this deck. Let's get one more message, Spirit. What do they need to surrender? What do they need to release? Interesting. Okay, so surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Now it makes sense why this Nine of Swords and the and the Three of Cups came up. So aside from what I've just said, that you need to reach out to a friend who you're very close to and just talk to them, the other message coming through here is some of you are feeling drained because you're around people who are draining you. Okay? Simple. That's the surrender unhealthy relationships. The reason you're feeling stuck, you're not moving forward as fast as you should with your projects or with your personal life, with your work life, your career, it's because you're surrounding yourself with people who are draining you, okay? Who don't have the highest, best interest for you. And Spirit is saying it's time to sit down and evaluate who is draining you. Who makes you feel, I'm so tired after interacting with them. Who makes you feel like this girl over here? Whoever that is, you need to cut them off, okay? Just stick with friends who make you feel happy, yeah? Okay? Even if it means just you'll have 2 friends, that's okay. Better have 1 friend than 10 who drain your energy, okay? And that's why this black tourmaline came up. Protect your energy. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. So sit down and evaluate and see who in your life is draining you, who is not serving your highest good, okay? Whoever that is, once you release them, you'll feel more energized. Your chakras will open up because you're not feeling so drained. You'll have more energy to do what you want to do, okay? So with that said, I hope this reading made some sense to you, and I hope you got something useful from it. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you in my next reading. You can check my other playlists for more messages. I'm sure you'll get something there that makes sense as well. Other than that, bye.